Hi, this is Alex from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another movie collection episode to do. Today in my movie collection, we're going to talk about Star Wars. We're going to talk about what I got in my Star Wars collection. Now we're going to start from the 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 first three trilogies. Then we're going to talk about the 70 and 80 trilogies, and that's all I got. Then we'll talk about the other three. The first one is Star Wars One: A Phantom Menace from from 2000. Now I only saw this on this VCR tape, and I got this, and it was it was a boring movie. It was good at the end when they had the little, what do you call these, saber fights. But the movie itself wasn't all that great. I got to see it again on DVD about 3 4 years ago when the first the first new movie that came out. I got to see them all in order that way. And never, I only watched it twice. Once on this VCR tape halfway through, and I saw it on DVD. Kind of, I saw the whole thing, but I can't remember much of it. It had a race. It had like a spaceship kind of race on this movie. And this would have been Darth Vader with a little boy, the little blonde haired kid. And who else did we got? Obi Wan with the, I think Obi Wan with this character, the young kid with the short hair. And then you had the middle one. I don't know who these two are or was from the movie. Then you have Star Wars Two: Attack of the Clone from 2002. Now I've seen this one at the theater when it first came out, and this was like a it was like a it was like a soap opera with this it was just in space instead of seeing it on afternoon TV. But it had some action scenes in it. It was long, just like the first one was super long. And then I saw it again on DVD when the brand new one came out, so I could know what's happening when Star Wars 8 was coming out to theaters. And this was okay. I wouldn't watch no more. Now we talk about the 71, Star Wars 4: A New Hope from 1977. Now when I was a kid, it was just called Star Wars, and they had on HBO. I think HBO and Showtime was the only two movie channels that would show it. Then on Sunday night, they would show this on ABC. I'm not sure if ABC had it cut up or was it original, because the movie was so long I couldn't tell the difference. And I was little too, so I didn't really care about that stuff. Just like seeing the spaceship and Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia and Han Solo and Darth Vader. So this was an adventure movie. This was better than the first two movies I talked about. And there's a third movie to that trilogy too. I just don't have it. But the third one was a little better than the first two. What I just got them talking about. And that's when Darth Vader becomes Darth Vader and they have that big fight over the lava scene. But this one was better than the new trilogy that Lucas made. And this one is kind of long, but it seems like it goes fast if you watch it without commercials. And they show this on TV now every Christmas or Thanksgiving. The all eight of them. Now I seen Rogue One. That was in between part three and part four, and that was a real good movie for a modern day film. That was pretty good. Star Wars Five: Empire Strikes Back. Now when I was a kid, this was just called, I think I think it was just called Empire Strikes Back. I don't think they had the Star Wars name on the top of it. And this one came on the same channel. I think it came on HBO and Stars in the 80s, then ABC Sunday night in the 80s. I think 86, 87. That's how I got to see it. I saw it on HBO one time over someone else's house. And the only way I was able to watch this movie was on the recording VCR tape that I made off the HBO channel. This is a real good movie from 1980. I think this one over 100 times. And this is when you get who's that poor guy? See, Luke Skywalker. See. They don't say who he is. No, but he's Billy D. I know that much. You get Billy D in this one, a new character. Now he'll probably pop in my head, but right now I don't remember his character name. But if you know, you can put it in the comment. I hadn't seen these things in so long, except for 4 years ago when I watched them all, so I could know, so I could be prepared for number 8 to come out at the time. And this had the big fight with Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader, and it had Yoda, and then Star Wars 6, The Return of the Jedi. Now, back when I was growing up, they didn't have Star Wars numbered on them. They were just called Return of the Jedi, Empire Strikes Back, and Star Wars. I never seen these at the theater, but that's how they was on TV. And this was from 1983. Now, these aren't the original. These are what they made from '97 when George Lucas went back and added new stuff. And he was at the theater back in '97. I never got to see him at the theater at that time either. And this is a real good film. But you get to see the Ewoks, and you get to see Darth Vader fight Luke Skywalker again, and you get to see Luke Skywalker fight that powerful guy at the end of the movie, the guy with the white face and cape. No, I'm not. I have bad memory with character names, so that's why you never hear me talk about what the character names are because I can't remember them. And Billy D was in this one again too. It was nice that they brought him back twice, and I hear that they're bringing him back for number 9. Too bad they didn't bring him back for 7 and 8, so he could have finished it off with everyone else. But I'm just glad they got him back. And this was a pretty fast movie than the first two. And this and the Empire Strikes Back would have been Harrison Ford's last movie if they didn't pay him a lot of money to come back for this movie. So he got tired doing Star Wars and wanted to do other things. He was copying Sean Connery when Sean Connery wanted the end James Bond, and they paid him a lot of money to come back for Diamonds Are Forever. And then there were two more Star Wars movies, kind of Star Wars movie called The Ewoks Adventure and the other Ewok movie that was just for. I think that came out. I think that came for ABC TV too, and that was real good. I seen them when I was little on the ABC channel. They would show. I think one came out on Saturday, and the other one came out on a Sunday. Because it came out in the early 80s, 84, 85. So I got to enjoy them when they first came out. Now, they're on DVD too. And then there's Star Wars 7, The Force Awakening. And that was pretty good. Seeing everybody come back after 30 years later. Uh, about 34 years later, you got to see all the people come back to do their same parts and everything. I seen that on DVD. Yeah, I seen that on DVD. And then there was then something Jedi that came. That was Star Wars 8. What was that for name? And that was pretty good too. It was as long as can be. I fell asleep for some of that movie, and then I woke up and the movie was still going. I don't think Star Wars need to be longer than two hours. But I think they went to 3 hours. And then now you got this new Star Wars movie, Star Wars 9, The Last Jedi, I think it is. If you know what the Star Wars 8 was, you could put that in the comment too if you want. I only saw the Star Wars 7, Star Wars 8 one time, so I can't. So I don't remember the title super. But I know it had a Jedi in the title. And that's all for Star Wars. And then there was a Star Wars special that came out in '77 that everybody said was crappy. I never saw it, except previews of it. And then when I was little, I think there were two Star Wars costumes. I think it was Arbs with the robots, droid. I think it was. We had the gold robot and the little robot, and then they made cereals of this stuff. When I was a little kid, they made two different boxes of cereals of Star Wars, and you were able to read Star Wars in the newspapers. Cause I used to read them in the Monday for Friday newspaper, and I think they even came out in comic book form too. So you got to go in the store and read the comic book form of these things. And they had video games. The Star Wars kind of went far. Of course, nobody probably remember about the cartoons of the '80s Star Wars, the serial Star Wars, and I doubt if anybody remember reading these in the newspapers. But you could buy the newspaper Star Wars copy now on in book form. So you could read from newspaper com the first newspaper comics all the way up until I think the last one, whenever that was. I might try to find them, and if I could find them cheap enough, I'll buy them. Then I can show you what it looked like, unless you already remembered. So that's the Star Wars collection and Star Wars information. So please like and subscribe, share and comment, and have a groovy day. And we'll have another video coming out real soon.